Every journey is a story of stories. If we're lucky, traveling presents novel experiences which open up new avenues of thought, expanding our minds by degrees. These are the stories that I like to collect in my travels. I've come to Switzerland's Jura Mountains, near the French border, to a place of mechanical magic. Here, in the village of Sainte Croix, Swiss watchmaking gave rise to a thriving 19th century music box industry. Over the next century, companies like Paillard helped to develop other mechanical wonders. From Hermes typewriters to Bolex cameras. For a time, Sainte Croix was a leading light in the world of mechanical products. Francois Junod was a young boy when those glory days were fading into a new electronic dawn. But he was drawn to mechanical things nonetheless.
Alors je me suis toujours intéressé depuis tout petit aux choses mécaniques de Sainte Croix qui ont été fabriquées ici, notamment les phonographes, après les caméras Bolex, qui est un des premiers mécanismes que j'ai démonté quand je devais avoir 6 ans, 7 ans, avec un système à ressort, donc manuel. Et puis c'est un peu de là qu'est partie cette passion pour la mécanique.
Francois's childhood fascinations led him to the study of automata, mechanical devices made to mimic living beings.
Alors j'ai toujours été passionné par les automates de la fin du XVIIIe siècle, soit des écrivains, des dessinateurs, des automates qui sont plus complexes que ceux qui s'est fabriqués ensuite au XXe siècle ou plus tard. Et puis c'est vraiment cette partie-là qui m'a passionné après avoir fait des automates plus simples au début. Ensuite, je me suis spécialisé un peu dans les automates écrivains, les automates dessinateurs.
He went to school for sculpture and mechanical arts, apprenticed with master automatier Michel Bertrand, and finally became one of the world's most talented masters of automata design and building. I've come to Junod's workshop to get a glimpse of how he and his small team bring these remarkable works of art to life. First up, he leads us on a whirlwind tour of the third-floor gallery, where his collection of mechanical objects ranges from centuries-old clock mechanisms to music boxes to phonographs. His grandfather sold Chanticleer phonographs in his shop, and this one is still working its magic to bring us right back to a bygone era.
It's like Django Reinhardt.
Yes, exactly. That's Django Reinhardt.
His own work runs the gamut from the deceptively simple to the extraordinarily complex. The walking man is a recurring theme. And his horses faithfully recreate the natural gaits of trotting and cantering. The Prisoner was inspired by Kafka. The prisoner bangs on the cell grate straight ahead, never looking right or left to see that he is, in reality, free. Problems like, how do you make Leonardo's eyes follow the nib of his quill as he draws on the page, become as much an exercise in physiology as mechanics. His figures nod, blink, and even breathe. Each movement is controlled by flat discs called cams. The cams act as memory for the storage of motion. The fingers tracing them translate the hills and valleys of the cams through levers, rods, cogs, and cables to the automata's visible moving parts: hands, wings, eyelids, or lips. Even the song of this magician's bird is created not by an electronic recording, but by tiny mechanical bellows and a whistle. The journey from concept to finished automata is an expedition. It begins with drawings and photos, from which prototypes for various parts are built. Then, the team works and reworks each piece and system, before painstakingly manufacturing each component with exacting precision from materials like brass, steel, lambskin, glass, and wood. Parts are assembled and disassembled myriad times, adjusted and readjusted, until the sometimes years-long process results in a completed, magical masterpiece. While we might be tempted to file Junod's work under curious anachronism, he's pushing automata into the future with cutting-edge technology. In order to faithfully recreate the movements of a Cambodian dancer, he's worked with Disney's Pixar to digitize video of the dancer and then use those data points to engineer the cams which will control the automaton's movements.
6 degrees of liberty.
Science fiction writer Arthur C. Clarke said, "Any technology sufficiently advanced is indistinguishable from magic." By continually pushing his craft ahead, Junod not only makes amazing technology, but also creates a unique magic that's all his own. Want to learn more about Francois Junod and his remarkable automata? Check out my website and francoisjunod.com and follow me on Instagram and Facebook for more.